1 hour 30 minutes, perfect. Like a shark in water.
The white zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only.
There is no stopping in the red zone.
She looks so familiar, the actress.
Don't tell me which zone is for stopping and which zone is for loading.
Listen, Betty, don't start up with your white zone shit again.
Dude, I wasn't even listening to the stuff going on in the background, man. I don't know when it changed. I don't know when it became a back and forth.
Would you put all your metal objects into this dish, please?
There's going to be a lot of observational comedy here, man. I'll have to be alert. This isn't about jokes, verbal jokes. There'll be a lot of comedy just going on around the story. That was funny. Yeah, I need to be alert for this one, man. I feel like this is a movie where you could miss a lot if you're not careful.
You want me to have an abortion?
It's really the only sensible thing to do. If it's done properly, therapeutically, there's no danger involved.
I'll be back in a minute.
That's annoying.
On behalf of the Church of Religious Consciousness, would you kick...
Where's the forklift?
Forklift! It's over there by the baggage loader.
Elaine!
Ted!
Elaine, I've got to talk to you.
I just don't want to go over it anymore.
If you'll just be patient, I can work things out.
It takes so many things to make love last.
They feel like they're reading lines. Very badly reading lines, man, Especially her.
Most of all, it takes respect. And I can't live with the man I don't respect.
What a pisser.
Captain Clarence over, white courtesy phone.
No, the white phone.
This is Captain Over.
This is Dr. Brody at the Mayo Clinic.
There's a passenger on your Chicago Flight 209, a little girl named Lisa Davis. We'd like you to tell her mother that we found a donor an hour ago.
We must have the recipient on the operating table within 6 hours.
And that a continuous watch is kept on her IV.
I have an emergency call for you on line 5 from a Mr. Ham.
All right, give me Ham on 5, hold the mail.
Give me Ham on 5, hold the Mayo. There's a Mayo clinic. There's like they were packing Mayo.
I promise I can change. You know, I haven't been able to get near a plane since the war because of my war record.
Your war record? You're the only one keeping that alive. For everyone else, it's ancient history. What's hurt you the most is your record since the war. Different cities, different jobs, and not one of them shows you can accept any real responsibility. When I get back to Chicago, I'm going to start my life all over again.
We'd like you to have this flower from the Church of Religious Consciousness.
Finally.
Any word on that storm lifting over Salt Lake, Clarence?
No, not likely, Victor. Backed up all the way to Utah.
Yeah, well, if she decides to push over to the Great Lakes, it could get plenty soupy.
Ray's checking the oil of a plane like it's a car, man. He lifted the fucking hood.
Third cover at 20,000, icing around 15. Denver it is.
Sorry, Clarence.
Oh, hi, Roger. Glad to have you aboard. Victor, this is Roger Murdoch, Victor Basta.
How do you do, Roger?
Nice to meet you.
There's occluded front stall over the Dakotas.
Can you tell me if Elaine Dickinson is on this flight?
Oh, yeah, she is on board.
I'd like one ticket to Chicago.
Smoking or non-smoking?
Smoking, please.
Have a nice trip.
Striker, this is Red Leader 4. The decision is yours.
Scared to fly.
That hunky muff be messing my old lady? Got to be running coal upside down his head, See a broad to get that booty yak 'em? Leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em. Coal got to be.
I was trying to listen to what they're saying and read the subtitles at the same time. Some of it I couldn't understand what they were saying. Some of it made sense. Some of it was incoherent as fuck. No smoking. El no, are you smoke? Fasten seatbelt. Putana da seatbelts.
Nervous?
Yes.
First time?
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
Ah, this is the patient, huh?
I will be taking off real soon, so I better fasten you in tight. I'm gonna miss you so much.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too. Promise you, right?
Bill?
Better get on board, son.
Goodbye, darling. I love you, darling.
Have your picture taken the minute you get there. Send me one, all right?
Okay, here, hurry. Goodbye, darling.
Phil! Oh.
Like a fucking train, man.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Huh?
123.9er.
Roger.
Roger.
Huh? We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Roger.
Huh?
Roger, over.
What? Hey!
Who?
Do you feel all right, sir?
Oh, I haven't flown for a long time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Over speaking. Our arrival time in Chicago will be 10:45 p.m. Central Time. The temperature there is currently...
Would you like something to read?
Do you have anything light?
How about this leaflet, famous Jewish sports legends?
Not much to go on the famous Jewish sports legend category. You know, it's very thin, man. They all fit on that paper, man. It's the subtle jokes. This is amazing. This is different.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Elaine, I've got to talk to you.
Excuse me.
They have this wide-eyed look. Every time they're together, it's like...
No wonder you're upset. She's lovely. Supple, pouting breasts, firm thighs. It's a shame you two don't get along.
I remember when we first met. It was during the war.
He's like, oh my God.
I used to hang out at the Magumba Bar. It was a rough place. The seediest dive on the wharf. It's worse than Detroit. You wouldn't walk in there unless you knew how to use your fists. You could count on a fight breaking out almost every night. But suddenly, there she was. I was captivated. I had to ask the guy next to me to pinch me to make sure I wasn't dreaming.
Fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame, dude. Dude, this is a fantastic song. I know of the song. I've definitely heard it and stuff before, but I've never listened to this song for this long. It's a fantastic song. I need to find it afterwards and listen to it completely. You know, the whole song, man. You know, I've heard the song, but I've never listened to the song. Dude, it's fucking Omni-Man, dude. It just... That's a strong woman, dude. Who is this actor, man? I feel like I've never seen him before. It's really funny, dude. That was such a fun scene, dude. Like, we listened to the whole song, bro.
We laughed, talked, we danced. But enough about me. I hope this hasn't been boring for you. It's just that whenever I start to talk about Elaine, I always...
When can I see the cockpit, Dad?
I'll talk to the captain and see what I can arrange.
Gee, that'd be swell.
Bet, babe. Slide a piece of the porter. Drink side, run the job.
What?
I can dig grease and trumpet on some butter and drag him through the garden.
What? Look at this little
I happened
gentleman.
to be passing. I thought you might like some coffee. Cream? No, thank you. I take it black. Like my man.
I knew that. Fucking Joel. Dude, she's going to drown, bro.
Oh, Ted, I never knew I could be so happy.
Fucking seaweed, dead fish.
What's the matter?
My orders came through. My squadron ships out tomorrow.
When will you be back?
I can't tell you that. I love you, Elaine.
I love you.
They're all tangled up. There's fish literally dying right beside them.
This is Captain Over, Mr. Murdoch, and Mr. Basta. This is Joey Hammond.
Oh, hi, Joey.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir, I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
What?
You ever hang around the gymnasium?
I know you. You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's
you play
him.
basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I thought you looked familiar, bro.
I think you should go back to your seat now, Joey. Right, Clarence?
He's not bothering anyone. Let him stay here.
Kareem is just flying planes in his off time, eh? Off season.
I think you're the greatest, but my dad says you don't work hard enough on defense. And that you don't really try, except during the playoffs.
I'm out there busting my buns every night. Tell your old man to drag Walton and Lanier up and down the court for 48 minutes.
You like movies about gladiators?
That guy is just like a trauma script.
I remember how you used to hold me, and how I used to sit on your face and wrinkle, and
That's the way I've always wanted it to be, Elaine.
not as long as you insist on living in the past.
What's his problem? He crashed a plane, huh? Oh, he crashed. He was a fighter pilot. He crashed.
I got a telegram from headquarters today.
What is it?
Well, it's a big building where generals meet, but that's not important right now.
Because of my mistake, 6 men didn't return from that raid.
7, Lieutenant Zip died this morning. Be patient, Ted. Nobody expects you to get over this immediately.
Red leader, I'm going down.
Captain Jolene. He thinks he's a pilot, still fighting the war. Severe shell shock. Thinks he's Ethel Merman.
You'll be swell!
I will, but Jim won't.
I think I will have another cup of coffee.
Jim never has a second cup of coffee at home.
Wow, already.
Could I borrow your guitar? I thought maybe I could cheer her up.
Oh, of course.
Mind if I talk to your daughter?
I think that'd be nice.
Oh, you have a guitar. I thought maybe you'd like to hear a song.
I looked in the eyes of the cold and the hungry. There is only one river. There is only one sea. There is only one people. We are the fathers. We are red. We are red.
This is a genius movie, man.
We got some heavy stuff ahead of us. It might get rough again unless we can climb on top.
Elaine and I joined the Peace Corps. We were assigned to an isolated tribe.
Yeah, that guy will love himself too, man. This guy is going to kill a lot of people on this plane, dude. Just by telling his boring stories.
The Malombos. They'd never seen Americans before. It was really a challenge during the year introducing them to our Western culture. At first, they didn't know what to think of us, but soon we gained their trust.
This 2-quart seals them right container keeps hot dog buns fresh for days.
No one had ever outlined a physical fitness program for them, and they had no athletic equipment. They worked them up to rudimentary game skills, and finally advanced competitive theory. It was probably due to the advanced American teaching techniques that we were able to bridge the generations of isolation.
It's time for us to go back home to the plans we made before the war.
A lot of people made plans before the war. Like George Zip.
Elaine had doubts about our relationship. And that, as much as anything else, led to my drinking problem. You know, I really couldn't blame Elaine. She wanted a career.
Another casualty of your boring stories, man. You're a serial killer with your stories.
I haven't felt this awful since we saw that Ronald Reagan film.
I'll see if I can find some Dramamine.
I don't know which film they're talking about, Ronald Reagan film.
Captain, one of the women passengers is very sick.
Find out if there's a doctor on board as quietly as you can.
Oh my god, this kid, man.
Joey,
he brought a fucking basket.
Have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
I should have had that second cup of coffee.
Jim never vomits at home.
He's vomiting for another woman.
I think the man sitting next to me is a doctor.
You a doctor?
That's right.
What gave it away?
Let me see your tongue.
You're going to perform a fucking operation right here, right now. What the fuck? Is she laying eggs? And he's doing like a magic hand movement. Why is he doing magic? Is a doctor or a magician, bro?
This woman has to be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is
She's
it?
laying eggs.
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
Roger, take over.
Bro, Karim is focused, man. Like it's championship night, man. Like it's the playoffs, man.
How soon can you land?
I can't tell.
You can tell me I'm a doctor.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Take a guess?
Not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
Karim Moore is fucking...
Haven't seen anything like this since the Anita Bryant concert. What was it we had for dinner tonight?
There are 2 more sick people, and the rest of the passengers are worried.
There's an outbreak.
Find out what the 2 sick people had for dinner. We're now flying over Hoover Dam. And a little later on, we'll pass just to the south of the Grand Canyon. And I want a priority approach and landing in Chicago.
My husband's very sick. Can you do something, please?
Do you know what he had for dinner?
Of course, we both had fish.
Nothing to be alarmed about.
Every passenger on this plane who had fish for dinner will become violently ill in the next half hour.
He cleared that fucking thing up.
The poison goes to work on the central nervous system, causing severe muscle spasms, followed by the inevitable drooling, accompanied by uncontrollable flatulence.
Airline, automatic pilot.
I'll go back to the passengers.
This is Elaine Dickinson. I'm the stewardess. We're in terrible trouble. Over.
Put out a general bulletin to suspend all meal service on flights out of Los Angeles. Any place where there's a chance to land that plane. Terry, check down the field for emergency equipment. Chief, looks like I picked the wrong week to quit smoking. Get me Rex Kramer.
35,000 feet. No, it's dropping. It's dropping fast.
Automatic pilot is deflating.
Oh my God, the automatic pilot, it's deflating.
Now that is the manual inflation nozzle. Pull it out and blow on it.
It will be like a DJ.
What the hell's going on up there?
He's having fun, baby. Amazing. Genius comedy. Cigarette after. She blew life into him, man.
Unless I get all those people to a hospital quickly, I can't even be sure of saving their lives. Is there anyone on board who can land this plane?
No, no one I know of. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your stewardess speaking.
So soft spoken, man.
There's no reason to become alarmed, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. Is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Rewind. Fucking sword fight. A nun versus a monk.
Hello, I'm Paul Carey from the airline. I'm here to pick up Captain Kramer.
Sheriff, sit. Sheriff, no. Sheriff, come.
He gets so excited when new people are here.
No, I'm in training program.
Just unbelievable. Airport management, the FAA, and the airlines.
That dog needs to be put down, man.
All right, let's get out of here.
That guy is dead, man. He's being mauled, man.
So we had to take a special Jeep up to the main road. Bad accident.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
What is it?
It's the little room in the front of the plane where the pilot sits. Do you know anything about planes?
I wouldn't know anything about it.
Would you go up, please?
That guy is just waiting. If this guy decides he's not getting up and fucking finding somewhere else to say, this guy is just going to fucking light himself on fire. He's just waiting. Your life, his life is hanging on this guy's answer right now. Yeah. You live to fight another day, man. Live to fly another day.
The stewardess said both pilots.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. What flying experience have you had?
I love how seriously this guy delivers his lines. So serious, man. Don't call me Shirley.
It's an entirely different kind of flying. Altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying. You're the only one on this plane who can possibly fly it. You're the only chance we've got.
That's a lot. That's scary, man. It's too much happening. I'm getting bored.
Alert rescue units at every mile of the way. Here to the Rockies.
Chief, it's your wife.
I want the kids in bed by 9. I want the dog fed, the yard watered, and the gate locked. And get a note to the milkman. No more cheese. Where the hell's Kramer?
One of the passengers is going to land that plane.
Is that possible?
I know this guy.
You do? Who is it?
This really
name's Ted Stryker. I flew with him during the war. All the pieces on a particular mission.
24,000 feet. Level flight. Mixture. Wash, soak, rinse, spin.
What are you doing here? You can't fly this plane.
Mr. Stryker is the only hope we've got.
Go back and see Donna.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday, what the hell is that?
Stand it anymore. I gotta get out of here. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
Calm down now. Get back to your seat. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone.
Right?
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Out of here. Out of here. I gotta get out of here.
Excuse me, sir, would you read about Jehovah's Witness? Jerry's kids? Oh, yeah. Scientology.
Plane check is ready to show attendant upon leaving the terminal.
Steve, let's face a few facts. As you know, I flew with this man Stryker during the war. Let me tell you something, Steve. Ted Stryker was a top-notch squadron leader. A long time ago.
You'll have to talk him right down to the ground.
This is the guy who was speaking to him when he crashed his previous plane. This is the guy that was giving him instructions, man. This is the guy that talked him to the ground. The guy kept telling him, it's yours, just piling pressure on him, man. He's the worst person to have in that situation, man.
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
Stryker, this is Captain Rex Kramer speaking.
He has such a classic voice.
Yes, Captain Kramer.
What do you say you and I just forget about everything except what we have to do now?
You know I've never flown a bucket like this. I'm gonna need all the luck there is.
One hope is to build this man up. I've got to give him all the confidence I can. You ever flown a multi-engine plane before?
No, never.
Shit. There's no way you can land this plane.
Have all of yourself. You're the only chance they've got.
A plane is no different than riding a bicycle. Just a lot harder to put baseball cards in the spokes. Watch out you don't make any violent control movements like you did in the fighter plane. Just remember the controls will feel very heavy compared to a fighter. Now, one more thing. There's somebody there who can work the radio and leave you free for flying. Never sit in the co-pilot seat.
Elena's been through it, man.
What's going on? We have a right to know the truth.
There's no reason to panic.
Pinocchio.
Slightly ill. But the other two pilots are just fine, free to pursue a life of religious fulfillment.
And keep an eye on that number 3 engine gauge over there.
I know that right now things must look pretty rough up there. There's no reason why you shouldn't have complete confidence in your chances to come out of this thing alive and in one piece.
Damn, there's a vulture literally waiting for them to die.
Here, what kind of weather are you in up there?
Rain. And a little ice.
Can I get you something?
Mofo butter laying me to the bone, jacking me up.
I don't understand.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
He's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
Here we go.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
My mama raised no dummies. I duck her rap.
Cut me some slack, Jive. Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow.
Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow.
Yes, this is Mrs. Over.
There's some trouble on your husband's flight. But Steve McCroskey thought you'd want to get down here right away.
You're buying a horse.
I've got to go to the airport.
Fucking Bojack
Let yourself
Horseman.
out the back door.
Bojack Horseman, man. She gets busy, man. A fucking horse. Good for her, though.
I've got to concentrate. How you doing, honey?
Jack, I'm so hot I'm burning up.
I'll turn on some air. The passengers are beginning to panic. When do we start down?
Gunnerson, check the radar range. Anything yet?
It's about 2 more minutes, Chief.
They could be miles off course.
That's impossible. They're on instruments.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
This guy was on everything.
Who's flying the plane? One of the passengers. But he's an experienced Air Force pilot who flew during the war, so there's no cause for alarm. Henshaw, take over. Okay, boys. Let's get some pictures.
I want the one of the fucker wolf.
This bulletin just handed to me. Stricken airliner approaching Chicago.
Нужно гигантес.
They knew what they were getting into. Let them crash.
Would you like a little whiskey, man?
Certainly not.
She doesn't need your booze, man.
We're running out of time.
Surely there must be something you can do.
Stop calling me Shirley.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Take out TCP. Sock it to me, sock it to me, sock it to me.
Randy, are you all right?
I've never been so scared. Besides, I'm 26 and I'm not married.
Do you have any idea when we'll be landing?
Pretty soon.
I've never been so scared. But at least I have a husband.
You will have to decide. You will have to decide. Target's just ahead. Target should be clear. You will have to decide.
Oh, rats! I forgot to check the oil pressure. Kramer hears about this. The shit's gonna hit the fan.
That's something I've pictured before in relation to that statement. I didn't want to see it though.
It's not his fault. Could happen to any pilot.
It happened to Barbara Stanwyck.
I can't take the pressure. I was crazy to think I could land this plane. I don't have what it takes. I'd be better off with someone who'd never flown before.
Autopilot is doing a good job. Yeah, they're actually better off with the effigy. Drinking problem, man. How does he drink water now? Through osmosis? Does he just absorb it through his cheek now? He splashes it on his face and it's like he absorbs it, huh? Or maybe he just dives into a swimming pool and just gulps water, man. Because this guy, he truly does have a drinking problem, man.
I know what you're gonna say, so save your breath.
Done the best you could. You can't expect to win them all. I was in the war myself, medical corps. I was on late duty one night when they brought in a badly wounded pilot from one of the raids. He said, the odds were against us up there, but we went in anyway. Captain made the right decision. The pilot's name was George Zip.
George Zip said that?
The brakes are beating the boys. Tell them to get out there and give it all they've got. And win just one for the Zipper.
Excuse me, Doc. I've got a plane to land.
I'll take it, Elaine. Listen to me, Kramer. Dr. Rumack says the sick people are in critical condition. We've got to land now.
Don't be a fool, Stryker. I'm ordering you to stay up there.
I'm giving the orders and we're coming in.
But it's his ship now, his command. He's in charge. Head man, top dog, big cheese, a head honcho.
Captain, look at this.
Passengers certain to die. Stand by, Stryker. We're going to the tower. Good luck.
Captain Kramer, this is Captain Colosimo.
Where's that, Ref?
This is Captain Gantz.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
It's his finger.
Your husband and the others are alive, but unconscious.
Just like Gerald Ford.
Well, we're doing everything we can now. Excuse me, huh?
8 miles, turn right to heading 044.
I want every light you can get poured onto that field.
Being done right now.
Air Force positions number 4 and 5.
Please clear the runway.
In a moment, we'll ask you to assume crash positions. And when I give the word, pull the cord on the right side flat.
Chicago, where disco lives forever.
I'm putting the landing gear down now.
Mr. Stryker, the passengers are ready.
Ted, I wanted you to know now. I'm very proud. The gear is down and we're ready to land.
Maybe we ought to turn on the searchlights now.
That's just what they'll be expecting us to do.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Should be able to see the runway at 300 feet. Aim a touchdown a third of the way along.
Why is she here acting all sad? She just came from banging a horse, man. A horse.
That doesn't stop you. You should be able to see the field now.
Sure is quiet out there. Yeah, too quiet. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
There it is.
Stryker, you're coming in too fast.
I know. 675, 650, 625. He's holding.
All right, now everybody, get in crash position.
Put down 30 degrees of flap.
Damn. He's gone.
He's coming right at us. Coming in too hot.
Coming in too hot.
Drifting. Keep your eyes on the far end of the runway.
That thing is not even attached, man.
Eyes are down. Down.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Gate 13, gate 14. Gate 23.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Stryker, you all right?
Stryker?
We're okay.
That was probably the lousiest landing in the history of this airport. I'd like to buy you a drink and shake your hand. And Ted, I just want you to know that when the going got rough, I was never happy as a child. Christmas, Ted, what does that mean to you? To me, it was a living hell.
I feel like I've heard this voice in every old movie.
You know, it's like to fall in the mud and get kicked in the head by an iron boot. Of course you don't. No one does. That never happens.
The pilot knows how to get that. Yeah, what a fantastic movie, man. That's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. The jokes were so clever. Just jokes everywhere. And there were so many jokes, man. You know, whoever wrote this, comedic genius, man. You know, every scene was a joke. Every scene was a punchline. Everything about this was funny. Wow. The situational humor, maybe not situational, what's the word? You know, it's just random funny things happening. Not necessarily people telling jokes. It's just funny things happening, puns, stuff like that, man. This was a fucking good movie, man. I see why it's rated so highly. I see why. It's a classic. Already I'm like, yo, this is a good fucking time. You know, anyone can watch this too, man. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. Just whoever it is, find them. You have a friend or whatever, you feel like watching a movie, watch this with someone. This is hilarious. This is hilarious, man. Too many funny moments. Too many funny moments to comment. You know? It's like watching a comedian do stand-up and every sentence is a fucking punchline. You know, no filler. This was... Oh my God. This was so good. So good. So good. This is a 9 for me. And I'm not a big fan of comedy movies. I don't know why. Comedy is probably my least favorite genre, man. I think because comedy is so hard to... Comedy can be tricky sometimes. Because of the subjective nature of humor. You know? But this made me laugh, man. This was a joy to watch. This was a fucking joy, man. So many funny moments, so many funny characters, so many funny lines, so many funny situations. The Kareem thing is hilarious. Him being dragged off in his Lakers uniform is hilarious to me, man. And not just that. Every fucking scene had a funny moment. The two black guys speaking jive, you know. couldn't understand the two chicks fighting in the bar. The dance scene at the bar was hilarious. That was such a good time, man. That staying alive scene was amazing. You know, it made me love that song. Captain of War, man. The questions he was asking that kid, man, so suspect, bro. Have you ever been in a Turkish prison? Wow, this was so good. This was so good. You know, the autopilot getting head was funny, and them smoking cigarettes after. Jesus Christ. And that actress is gorgeous. What's her name again? Haggerty. I don't think I've ever seen her. I don't think I've seen her in anything. Was it Julia Haggerty? I don't think I've seen her in anything. She's fucking very pretty. Very, very pretty. The lady on the plane who kept screaming that she wants to get out of here, and everyone just came to whoop her ass. People were showing up with weapons. A fucking wrench. Someone pulled up with a gun. Someone had a pipe. Wow. What a movie, man. What a movie. I'll see you guys in the next one.